So here's a story, it has to do with davening. It's a famous story, you may have heard it, worth sharing, like all of them. So the story goes, Rabbi Yitzchak Berditchev, once after Shachris in the morning, went over to one of the Balabatim and extended his hand and said, Shalom Aleichem. You know the story? Huh? So he was like bewildered. He hadn't traveled. He's here in Berditchev, and he sees him every morning in davening. So why did you say Shalom Aleichem? So Rabbi Levi said to him, look, I watched while you were davening, and I see while you were davening, you were planning a next trip to the fair in Leipzig in Germany, there where they had the big fairs. And you visualize the whole transactions so sincerely, so powerfully that you were there. So it's only proper. You were there in Leipzig and you came. Now you're here, so I wished you Shalom Aleichem. The point being that we invest ourselves in davening. And this book here, which I used to read from, it's a series of books on Shalashudas. So we'll see how it goes. There's stories of the Rebbe related to the Parshas and Yom Tovim and Haggadah, like 8-9 books. See, the first story here is a story from Slichus. So the story goes at 1968. So one year, the night, the nights of Slichus. So Yechidus finished. Slichus is at 7 o'clock in the morning during the week in 770. But this was during the days of Slichus, and there was Yechidus. And Yechidus finished at 3 o'clock in the morning, and 770 was almost empty. And strangely, instead of the Rebbe going, when he came out of his room, instead of going home, he went, just crossed a little foyer there into the Zal upstairs, and he asked if there's a minyan to say Slichus. He wanted to say Slichus then, 3 o'clock in the morning. It turns out that together with the Rebbe, there were exactly 10 people. So one of the Bachim approaches the Amud, he wants to start to say Slichus. And the Rebbe says, "We can suchen at center, can we find a tent?" So Rav Chadakov was there, obviously, because he would stay there till the end of Yechidus. Says to the Rebbe, there's 10. So the Rebbe's looking around like he's counting, and repeats again, "Can we get a tent?" Meanwhile, 3 Brachim ran in, having heard that the Rebbe wants to say Slichus, and they came running to 770, and the Shlech Tzibur started Slichus, and the whole thing was a Pella. The whole thing was a Pella, there were 10, there was a minyan. Only 2 years later, the mystery was resolved. In Hadara Torah there, which is about Tshuva Yeshiva, it turned out that one of the boys, who didn't know at the time, was adopted. And didn't have a proper gear. And of course he went through the proper gear. And then he realized, and he shared this with others, that it was because of him. He was the so-called 10th, and the Rebbe, whatever saw, whatever it is, we don't know, that there's no minyan, and asked for a 10th. Huh? The Shekhinah is not there. Yeah, there's something. Here we can't go because we don't know, but all we know is the end result. The result is that looking around, counting, maybe you can find a 10th. Have a wonderful day, everybody.